Here we are, back in camp. I updated Nyx's look. I figured their hair was growing, and we'll probably go to a shorter cut here soon, but am I the only person that cares about those things? Or thinks about them at all? Yeah, probably. Anyways, here's Astarion.
Come to kill me again, darling.
What? No, Oh, you're joking. Well, I actually came to tell you could feed on me tonight if you'd like.
Then I'll see your delicious self tonight.
Speaking of vampire things, I never asked. Are you Cazador's only spawn, or are there others like you?
Cazador sired 7 spawn. Me and my 6 brothers and sisters. He always insisted we were a family, even when he was carving scars into our flesh. I was one of his first. Some of the others came years later. He was a monster to us all, but did take special pleasure in my pain. He said my screams sounded sweetest. And now that I'm gone, I don't know. I pity the other 6.
I really wish there was an option to comfort him here. But I guess we'll just go kill some bad guys, try to distract ourselves. We've now made our way over to the House of Healing. We need to find some information about art to stop the shadow curse, and also let's look for some clues about Ketherick.
Don't call the doctor yet. I've got potions, sutures. I know I can do this. Oh, you're a patient. This is the children's ward. Triage is back that way.
Is that Arabella's father she's tending? Our little idol thief has some terrible luck.
Why are you treating a dead body?
Not dead, merely medicated to ease the pain.
The patient's definitely dead. Been dead for a while, judging by the smell.
The patient is asleep. The sedative is quite strong, you see.
I'm not sure if the implication here is that she killed them or just that she's a bad nurse, but either way, she's causing harm, so Nyxx is gonna take her out.
The objective of the Scalpel Sisters is to soothe. For the scalpel indeed is an extension of Shah. See how the patient reacts when I but stroke the right nerve. Hear its comfort, hear the very melody of mercy. Pray, sister. Show us the extent of your beneficence. Stop. Stay your hand, for it slaps where it should stroke. We can hardly hear the patient's sighs of solace. Perhaps it is our unexpected audience that makes you quiver. Come, step forward. You are no sister, but that matters none. Every student is welcome.
You will stop this sick spectacle at once.
Sick? Quite, but on the cusp of a cure.
Absence.
Absence. No other word captures the heart of Shah so very perfectly. It is the scalpel-led journey that leads from pain to peace.
He's just like Cazador. Utterly insane.
See? What is the light of eyes but the cancer that causes one to witness the laceration of being? If light is the symptom, then darkness is the cure. For in light there is presence, but in darkness there is absence.
In light is presence, in darkness, absence.
But you, look how the succor of Shah eludes you. See how painfully present you remain. We do not wish to see you suffer so. Let us cure you.
Oh, these sisters aren't ready. They'll make me sick instead of curing me.
Their incisions are, as yet, still streaked with imprecision. That much I must concede. How to steady their hands, I wonder.
Sparring is vital to progress. Why don't you have them practice on each other?
Yes, for are we not all in need of a cure? The scalpel does not discriminate. Let each and every one of you partake in its soothing journey. Absence, sisters, acquaint yourselves. It is a proud moment when one sees one's teachings so lovingly taken to heart. You are to be commended for their graduation, rewarded with the promised cure. Come, I will acquaint you with the lady's dark-fingered embrace.
Oh, I am but a fumbling squire before a master swordsman. Please, demonstrate so that I might learn.
Your diligence is exemplary. Very well. Your own scalpel you will be. Observe, then succeed me into the succor of Shah.
We have to put him out of his misery, of course. I honestly can't believe that Nyxx passed all of those charisma checks. But hey, it certainly was efficient. We just left the House of Healing and we're heading towards the Mausoleum.
The lion stood watch in the blackest of night. Our hero thought but of treasure ahead, did not consider the peace of the dead. Through the dark they went creeping, and awoke what was sleeping. A new grave they dug, which they themselves fed.
How long have you been standing around practicing that little recital?
Until it was perfect. I've grown quite fond of you, you know, in my way. I thought it only fair to warn you about the dangers ahead.
What dangers are those?
Oh, we both know they are soon to be revealed. It would be pointless of me to try to bar you from entering. But I can set the scene, as it were. Prepare you for your role.
I know my role, even if you don't. It is to kill Ketheric.
Ah, I had an inkling that was one of your main motivators. Delighted to see it confirmed. You're welcome to give it your best shot, of course. It's just that, well, the man has proven to be more or less resilient to death, which is not the only obstacle you're likely to face.
How do you even know there's danger ahead?
My dear friend, I think you'll find I play my part in many a plot indeed. Cannot the same be said for you these days, true soul?
Fine. Paint me a picture.
There is a stage down in the dark upon which a great drama has suspended itself in time. Its actors dwell there still, mired in the languor of their long, tired scenes. If you, however, through the dark, go creeping and awake what is sleeping, chances are many more graves than yours alone will soon be fed.
Paint me a clearer picture than that.
Very well. There is a creature that lurks in silence and shadow. A creature who, like me, is very much of the infernal persuasion. Should it make its way out through the very doors you are about to brazenly swing open, you'll have unleashed a pestilence upon this realm. In truth, it is carnage incarnate. So if you meet the devil of which I speak, kill it. Consider no other course of action.
You're still only telling me half of what you really know. I can tell.
This creature and I go back a long way. I admit it would be in my best interest as well should it remain trapped in the dark. Or misplace its head, perhaps? I should not relish its reacquaintance. Let's leave it at that.
Fair enough.
You have it in you to author a thrilling finale if you heed this warning. Do not underestimate this opponent. At best, you will have the blink of an eye to strike. Strike first, strike true, defy the odds, for they are distinctly in its favor. That much I owe the bastard to concede. And don't think I've forgotten your tale, Astarion. When the beast is dead, I'll consider that payment enough to translate those scars of yours.
A fairer deal than I expected.
You wound me, Spawn. I always deal fairly. And will close this particular deal soon enough. Vanquish the beast, and all will be revealed.
Yes, darling.
Are you really going to trust that devil to keep his word if we kill this orthon?
I'd trust a devil over a vampire any day. I think he likes us.
Just stay on your guard.
Am I not the very definition of careful?
These sigils, what were they for?
There's a lot of really useful information about Kethric's past in here. I'm going to just skip to the key points.
Here lies Melodia Thorm, beloved wife and mother.
There's no mistaking that. It's Merkel's mark.
Susun Elg Oloth.
So, this is where Isabel was resting, before Daddy Kethric brought her back.
Moonrise Towers. It makes the urge hiss within. It was part of your disgrace. But how? The elf from this painting. He knows you. He was a trifling stain in your bloody past. But who is he mourning? An army of Sharons. You've led grander hordes of truer butchers. This is nothing.
That disc looks like it can move. A way forward?
But where will it take us?
You do not belong here.
Your mind upends. Somehow, in the decayed soup of this creature's brain, a tadpole lives. Another presence nurtures it, manipulates it like a puppet.
You plunder. You meddle. You upset my plans. Leave.
You leave. I don't answer to bone piles.
Bones! They are more than bones. More than flesh. More than skin, blood, hair, and piss. They are more. They are mine. Now leave before... Stupid worm-infested cockhead! You have awoken the shadows! My forces are split. The defenses are thin. Rally on me. A wall of bone and blade against the darkness. Now!
The key here is to take out the umbral tremors because they spit out new dark justiciars every turn. We are just gonna go on the right side for now. This is where Yurgir is.
Enough sitting around. Let's go hurt someone.
So much blood. What the hell's been happening
I
here?
have a terribly familiar feeling. We're being watched.
What
What's this? Fresh entertainment? But you're too fresh for this place, aren't you? A dark dweller you may be, but there's a definite whiff of the surface to you. A new arrival, then. You burrow too deep, little rabbit.
My apologies. Try as I might, the surface stink just won't wash off.
I smell the depths below, that is true. But there's something else, almost hidden by your fear stink. Cherries. Musk. And sulfur. Raphael! I can smell him all over you. Where is he?
Enough chatting.
Bold of you. Stupid, but bold.
I wonder what brought an orthon to a place like this. We'll never find out now.
Ooh, that fight was a lot more difficult than I remembered.
This temple certainly is grand. Well, it's a rundown bearing the weight of centuries sort of grand, which is my favorite kind, incidentally.
Well, the orthon is dead. Aren't you pleased?
The orthon is nothing. I'll have my satisfaction when Raphael makes good on his word.
Well, if it helps you, it was a pleasure to kill him.
I'm glad you had your fun, then. I am here to provide an endless array of delights.
Fun as it may be, we need to go back to camp and long rest immediately. So, when we got back to camp just now, I made a pretty outlandish decision, but if you know me at all, you know I'm going to make sure it fits the story. So here's my thinking. Astarion wouldn't want Volo to try to remove the parasite, because that's what's allowing him to walk in the sun, to be free from Cazador's influence and all of that. But I'm going to headcanon that since he was hurt pretty badly in that fight with the orthon, that his eye got injured, so he needed the replacement. Long story short, he has the ersatz eye now.
Do you know what happens when a devil is struck down on this charming plane of existence? It returns to the hells, to the very point where it last stood before venturing to whichever devil-forsaken plane it died on. In the case of our friend Yurgir, the orthon you so handily dispatched in the Temple of Shah, he manifested in my House of Hope. He returned to me chastened but intact. His wounds healed, his body restored. He thought I would dismember him. But he has his uses, so instead, I am re-educating him.
We delivered the devil. Now I want what I'm owed. We had a deal.
Indeed, we did. I discovered all there is to know about those scars of yours. It's a rather grim tale. Even for my tastes.
Stop stalling.
As you wish. Brace yourself, Astarion. We're about to unveil your destiny. Carved into that ivory skin of yours is one part of an infernal contract between the archdevil Mephistopheles and your former master, Cazador Zar. In full, the contract states that Cazador will be granted knowledge of an infernal ritual so vile it has never been performed. The rite of Profane Ascension. It promises to be a marvelous ceremony, very elaborate, incredibly ancient, and entirely diabolical. If he completes the rite, he will become a new kind of being, the Vampire Ascendant. All the strengths of his vampiric form will be amplified, and alongside them he will enjoy the luxuries of the living. The arousals and appetites of man will return to him, and unlike Astarion, he will have no need of a parasite to protect him from the sun. But the ritual has its price, as all worthwhile things do. Lord Cazador will need to sacrifice a number of souls, including all of his vampiric spawn, if he is to ascend. Imagine how he felt then, when one of those precious spawns simply disappeared into thin air. The only missing ingredient is Astarion. You are the final piece he requires to complete the ritual. Your scars bind you to it. Your soul will set off a very wave of death, bringing Cazador his twisted life. And that, my tragic and toothsome friend, is that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have business elsewhere.
You're quiet. It's unsettling.
It's a lot to take in. What do you think I should do?
You will never be free while Cazador lives.
I hate how right you are. I knew he wouldn't leave me alone, even when I was just another wretched toy for him to play with. But if I'm the key to this power he craves, he'll hunt me to the ends of Faerun. I need to take the fight to him, and I need you to help me.
Of course I'll help. We will hunt him down and kill him.
Thank you.
Before we call it a day, we have one more task.
Hey, you. I made it. Easy peasy. You find Mum and Pops?
They've passed on, Arabella. Returned to the cycle. I'm sorry.
No. No. I don't believe you.
I know this is hard, but accepting their passing is the first step to healing.
They'd never leave me. They promised. Get away from me. Go!
Well, that's a tough spot to end on. Oh, wait, I know just the thing. Much better.